Okay guys, if you're watching this video, you've probably either purchased or thinking about purchasing a hose clamp tool that I just built. There's none other like it on the market. I like it the best out of this. Here's the 4th generation that I made. It took a little bit of messing around getting it. That's 6th generation. This is the process. Here's the 1st one, 2nd one, 3rd one, 4th one, 5th one, and then finally I settled on the 6th. You should be able to get this tool on my website, www.russwilson.net. Put a link down in the description below as well. You can use all kinds of different kinds of wire for this. Well, I guess it's going to rain, so hopefully it doesn't drown the sound out too much. This here's 14 gauged soft fence wire. I think they call it silver rod. It's class 3 galvanized. It works. It does rust after a period of time, but it clamps hard and it clamps tight. So, you know, if you have an application where it needs to be a real stiff connection, use something like this. Most generally, I use safety lock wire, and I'll put a link in the description below where you can buy this. This is 0.051 inches. I like to use the 0.047 inches. It's stainless steel. I haven't even opened this yet. It's stainless steel. And it holds really, really well. Works really great with the garden hoses that we use. That's most of our clamping applications. But I'm going to show you a couple other ones today. Now, just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use stainless steel lashing wire. Stainless steel lashing wire is not nearly as strong, so I wouldn't recommend it. Hey, Pumpkin.
What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You come in here with me. You come in here with me.
That's Toby, if you didn't know. So I'm going to use the stainless steel lashing wire just for demonstration purposes. As you know, if you have a light duty application, this here's ideal. Okay, to measure your piece of wire that you're going to use as your hose clamp, you want to go around it 4 times and then add about 6 inches of wire, extra wire. Now that we have our 6 inches of wire, we want to bend this in half. And I like to put a little square point on the U, which you do not have to do. Make sure your U is pointed upwards. And go around it once. And you go around it again. Twice. Somebody's shooting. Okay, and do the same for the other side. Go around it once, and then go around it again. I'll take a pair of pliers, and I'll pull this tight. And the reason for that is it makes the same length for both sides. So after we get our tails on here, we want to wrench down, okay? And we slide these tails in the holes of our hex piece after we slide it through our wrench. Just like that. And we want our roll pin to be on top. Okay. And we want to put that tail in the groove that we cut into the wrench. Now we just start tightening. I'll bend those ends out. And what makes this so special it has a ratchet on it. And once you get it tightened to a certain point, it just stays. Okay. Now if you want it to look nice and neat, just snug it up a little bit and then just take a pair of pliers and Just push those together, make it look nice and neat. Now we just tighten that up to where our wire is sucked in to our pipe, so it's just about flush. And we're there. And we just take our tool, bend it over just like this. Okay. Now we need a pair of diagonal side cutting pliers. Okay, these are called diagonal side cutting pliers, or they're also known as dikes. I don't know why they call them dikes. If somebody knows why they call them dikes, put a comment in the section below. We want to leave this about, your tail's about 3/16 of an inch long, like that. Now, you'll need to unravel the wire off of your clamping tool. Now we have our tails up here. I see a lot of people using like the tips of the pliers to bend these down like that. I prefer to use a pair of channel locks or a pair of slip joint pliers, I guess they're called. And we just push those ends down so they're down in this little groove here, and it doesn't catch you. Okay, we don't want that to snag us. That one there I did before is up a little bit, so we'll just push it down in a little better. Okay, that's nice and tight, won't slip. Now, here's just some of the applications that I was just messing around with. I connected this. This is 1/2-inch PEX pipe. It's just something for me to play around with. But I took, this is 1/2-inch hex, and then I took a piece of 3/8. Just had it laying around just to show for demonstration purposes. It's just 3/8 round bar, and I put them two together. And I cannot pull them back apart. I've connected them. It won't come apart. So this application is great if you're using like 3/4 inch black poly pipe and you want to put 3/4 inch garden hose ends on. It won't leak. If you put a regular worm screw clamp on it, there's a good chance it will leak. This is the clamp that we use on all of our garden hoses and all of our pipes that are above ground. It's snag free. If you use the worm gear clamps, it has a little tail that sticks out, and if you're dragging hoses around and the hose end, the other end of the hose gets caught and your hand slides up on here, I've actually cut my hand pretty bad, and I could see myself getting stitches down the road. So that's one application. Two applications. Now, I used to be a farrier, and here's my rounding hammer for my horseshoes. And for some reason, I could not get a good handle that didn't crack on me after a short period of time. And you can see there's a crack in this handle right here, and it starts up here at the neck of the handle. I put this clamp on there about 4 years ago. I use this hammer a lot, and that handle is not split anymore, and it works very, very well. I had this here's just for demonstration purposes, but I had and I can't find it right now. It's stuck away in the barn or something somewheres, but a shovel handle that split almost completely lengthwise the whole way down. I just put a little bit of wood glue on it, put a clamp at the top, clamp at the bottom, 2 clamps in the center. They're snag proof, so they're not going to hurt your hands whenever you're shoveling with it, but that shovel handle has stayed together and has not cracked, re-cracked, or re-broke again. And the reason for making this clamp is I had a lot of subscribers reach out to me and say, hey, you're wasting too much wire. And we were probably wasting this much. We had this much waste with the first style of hose clamp that we made, which is my most popular video, all-time video. So we were wasting anywhere from 14 to 16 inches of wire. For me, it wasn't a problem because this wire here is just wire that I rolled up out of fences whenever I moved to this property, and I have tons of it laying around. But if you're buying wire and you don't want to have a lot of waste, you can see all the more waste that we had here, and you could probably take probably another 2 inches of waste off of that once you got this dialed in on how much wire that you actually need. If you want to get yourself one of these tools, if you haven't already, you can slip over to our website at www.russwilson.net and go to up at the top and click store, and we should have these listed in our store for sale. Thanks for watching the video. If you would, please subscribe, like, comment, share with a friend, hit that notification bell, and we'll talk to you on the next one. See you guys.